Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On the topic of beauty, I want to talk about, okay, I know I said I was gonna do like the hair inspiration and we're gonna do some more beauty breakdowns. But before we get into that, there is something I want to talk about, which is glamour, drama, excess, and the role that it plays in beauty. I feel like when it comes to really being an enticing beauty, it has a lot to do with how far you're willing to go outside the norm. Like how extra you're willing to be. And let me explain what I mean. There's this pair of shoes I just found out, okay? And it's the Hot Chick 130, I guess.
Why are people willing to spend?
And it's supposed to be like the unwalkable red bottoms. And it's like, yeah, if I were to see a girl walking with that on the street, I would be like, yeah. It's like the big hair, the big curls, just it's not minute, it's not dimmed down. Unless it's done in a way to like it's like a personality, right? So if you're like doing it like what's her name? Like Lana Del Rey, right? Like making it into something else rather than just bringing yourself down, right? Look at Ariana Grande. There's a lot of thought being put into her current aesthetic of being Glinda and being, just the soft, sweet spoken, I don't know what they call them, like not the villain, but the princess, but like the kind of sweet princess. So even though it's more toned down from like the veiling colors and like the red and the bold, it's done in a way to still enhance, emphasize, and create a personality, right? This is how I'm going to be moving. And this is how, if you're interested, I would invite you to also move. It is creating the woman you are becoming, right? She has to be created, and unfortunately, you're just not gonna fall into her. If you're gonna be that kind of person that is just vivacious, that is just outer worldly, or that the kind of people that you see on TV, but in real life, she's gonna have to be cultivated, right? First of all, you have to cultivate the confidence to even move like this, right? The confidence to wear the things, the confidence to be stared at and just feel okay, right? The confidence to not need to perform according to what other people want, but according to what you want and the goal that you have and the mindset that you're cultivating and the the places you want to go. That's the first part. The second part is you have to be willing to put in the work to take you to the places. The person you want to be, this person, right? Like the woman I see in my head, like hopefully by the time I'm 30, I'm a lot closer. But she has to be educated because she has to have the knowledge to even get there in the first place, right? You get inspiration from things. That's why people say, okay, learn the rules and then you learn how to break them. Learn the rules and then you break them, or something like that. Because you need the knowledge to know. Because it's not like, oh, you're just doing whatever. You're doing whatever in a very deliberate way. And I'm going to put some videos or some images on the screen, like we're going to watch it. And I just want you guys to look at the kind of things I'm talking about, right? So when I think of this woman, it's like the mental part of it, which is very much being intelligent. And a huge part of it is also charisma. And then there's the physical part of it, which is having the look. What is your look? And, cultivating and creating that. And I don't want you guys to worry too much about like the money aspect. The reason being, even if you had the money, say I gave you $1 million right now, could you go buy the things Probably not. You could buy some things, but it might not be what you need because you haven't yet learned what you need and you haven't learned the skill of being able to decipher, okay, this is what I need. This is a waste of time. But this is the time that you really cultivate and learn these things about yourself when so that when you get the money, when you get to the place where you can afford the things that you can really use, you know how to use it, you know how to do it because you have the skills already. You were just waiting for the money. It's like, oh, you have the product, you just need a platform. Does that make sense? So it's not so much about the money, it's about cultivating with what you have and training that skill of creativity to put you in a place where when you do get the money, when you do get the opportunities, you're able to sail right through because you already know what you need, what you're going to do, what your vibe is, and you know how to incorporate new things into your style without letting it overtake you because you're the master of yourself. Right? So, let's
Why are people willing to spend thousands of pounds on this pair of Louboutins that you physically cannot walk in? The secret is they weren't made for walking. I'm a Louboutin collector of 10 years, and this is your history lesson on the infamous Hot Chick 130 millimeters.
Hot Chick 130. You know what? I want the shoes. I'm gonna start training for the shoes. I'm gonna start training. Okay, I'm gonna get me. I have some heels, but I don't really feel like they're the best. Both in quality. I have to go find some relatively affordable ones that are still decent quality. Because for some reason, I don't know if it's me or what, but most of my most worn heels now are like leaning or like wobbly. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's me. I think it's just happenstance because of how I acquired them and stuff. So I am on the hunt for truly impeccable, trainable heels that are like good quality leather that will mold to my feet, all that, because I'm training. And then also, there there is this video. There's this lady that I used to watch. Well, I still watch her, but she was talking about grace and how that works into the idea of beauty, right? And part of grace is physical grace, like being graceful. I think I'm gonna tag that video in the description if I can find it. It's like being graceful, and of course, when we think of being graceful, we think of ballerinas. So maybe like a ballet class or two, just to help me get more. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the heels, I think if you train in ballet, you will have like the muscles necessary to wear high heels easier and more efficiently, which is why I think a lot of models, I think this is the reason a lot of models actually also train in ballet. And also because it's one of the ways you can get like muscle training without particularly lifting weights and working out. And quite frankly, I'm kind of away from the lifting weight phase of my life. Like, I think I'm more so drawn to these controlling movement kind of workouts, but like body weight type situations. So I am definitely interested in some bar classes, some ballet classes. So I will be looking into that. But let's continue.
Do not get these confused with Zendaya's famous Soke 120. The Hot Chick 130 is a full 1 centimeter higher. And yes, that 1 centimeter makes the world of difference. What most people don't realize is that these shoes were not made to be worn or to walk in. They were made to be a spectacle. The Hot Chick 130 was actually released as part of Louboutin's burlesque and cabaret inspired capsule collections. No platform, no practicality, just 130 millimeters of arch and very unstable ankles.
And the thing with these shoes for me is it's the I like the frivolity of them, right? Like, of course, they're not meant to be walked in. I don't plan to actually walk in these anywhere. It's just to be able to have it, walk around a little bit, just admire the beauty of it. To me, that's the appeal, right? Now, the fact that they're 4,000 pounds, I'm gonna have to be rich. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that for future Chioma to figure out. But the frivolity, it's not even frivolous. It's just I don't know what the word for it is, right? The fact that it's so unnecessary and extra and just so beautiful is the appeal for me, right?
Louboutin has said he referenced classic Parisian showgirls, the fetish silhouette, and the erotic elegance of cabaret when designing these. I have also heard they are supposed to mimic the arch of a woman's foot at a certain point, if you catch my drift. They've been worn by the Queen of Burlesque, Dita Von Teese, during her burlesque performances, and she's also a close personal friend of Christian Louboutin himself. And of course, they're a firm favorite of the iconic drag queen Violet Chachki. She actually prides herself on being one of the very few people in the world that is able to walk in these. Louboutin now only sell these as a special custom order. And yes, they are unwalkable, but that's the point. They're a tribute to drama and femininity, and they are so extra. Would you wear them, or are they best left to the professionals? Why are people willing to spend thousands of pounds on this pair of Louboutins?
That's it for me. It's the drama for me, right? So I just feel like you really just have to cultivate this admiration for beauty in yourself, and then you can really look around and get its inspiration from many sources, and then you truly know that it's not even about the money. It's truly just about love of beauty, love of drama, exquisite taste. Okay, so let me show you guys this other video. And this is actually what made me want to talk about this today instead of the hair inspiration, which, girl, we can always talk about hair inspiration any other time. And mind you, I'm still gathering things, and it's more flexible, right? So let's.
As someone who wears heels every single day, when people ask me, your feet don't hurt, why are you always wearing heels? Training starts now. Okay, when I envision the woman I want to be, everything is being worked on.
That's how I feel. I feel like I have been on this journey for so long because I have always had a vision of the woman I wanted to be. And I have just been slowly but surely carving away at it to reveal that woman, right? I do think when I look back at my former self and look at myself now, I do see a difference. I don't feel like we're at the peak yet. But that's okay. We got time. We got nothing but time. I mean, shit. As long as I'm alive, I will be on this journey. And it's not out of force. It's not out of wanting to please anybody. It's just out of self-care, self-love, self-excitement, just love for life, right? Like just being able to beautify myself, to see the beauty in things, to do these things that are kind of frivolous. It's very, very beautiful to me, and it's a huge part of the kind of life I want to live. Yes, I want to be the girl that's going to the grocery store in the hills and with big hair and makeup done, right? And that's just my vibe. That's just my vibe, okay? Everybody has their vibe, but this is just mine. Yeah.
Okay, so being able to walk in heels in a sexy, graceful way, that's being worked on. I want to give Zendaya, I want to give Victoria Beckham on a casual day. Okay, a lot of women think like walking like that and it doesn't matter. Listen, the little details matter to me. So, you know, and
The little details matter to me. Yup. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be perfect right now. It means, of course, you're going to pick up things as you go. You're going to work on things as you go. You're going to train yourself in things as you go, within, like, your tax bracket, your money, right? Like, I'm seeing a lot of girls, they're like, oh my God, I have to get my nails done. And I'm that kind of girl, as you can see. Okay, the nails stay done because personally for me, I like to have my nails done. So And then I was like, but these shops, they keep playing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then prices were getting ridiculous. So I had to learn how to do that myself. And I feel like after a couple times, I'm getting pretty good. Like, you can hardly tell this is not from the shop because this is just as good as what the girls used to give me at the shop. So I'm like, and I'm doing both hands myself. Okay, heavy on the getting worked on. And also, it might help to take on like a type of personality with it, right? There's a personality. And having that personality also helps with the charisma aspect of it, which I do want to talk about. Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about when it comes to beauty and just becoming this person. And to me, it's not even a matter of becoming that girl because that girl, like, that's that's not personal to you. Anybody, like, I don't know how you guys see or how you visualize, or what's the word. I feel like this year I've just, not even this year, I feel like the older I get, the more words I lose, or maybe it's because I'm not reading as much. Envision. That's the word I was looking for. Anyways, I don't know how you guys envision your version of that girl, but to me, I truly envision her from a place of myself, this vision that I've had for so long before I even knew who or what that girl is. And of course, she has changed over the years, right? Like, we're not static, right? We're not stuck in one place and time. We have experiences, things change us, you know, we get hit by life, right? We go through things and we change as a result. So it definitely makes sense that your version will slowly change over time. We age with maturity. It's only natural. The more you learn, you can be like, oh, I actually don't want that. I actually want something else. It's only natural.
You know? And these kind of emulate, these kind of look like soul cakes. Listen, the first time I was walking in these, I was literally like this. My feet were literally hurting, like every step that I took. But since I've been wearing them more often, my feet don't hurt that much. Like, I can actually move. Okay, that's the goal. You know, that way when I get sulcates in the future, I'll put them on effortlessly. This is practice. Okay, this is practice.
Period. Let me tell you something. I don't even care to buy any sneakers. I have to, and they hurt my feet anyway. So I'm like, I might as well wear what I want to wear and hurt my feet with those than wear what I don't want to wear and hurt my feet. Girl, I be wearing my heels. Okay, I have small ones for, like, you know, more casual days, but I definitely have the higher ones, and I will be purchasing more because, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with stepping. Let me tell you guys, I have these high because it's not just the heel, it's that it's also on the platform. And when I wear it, I be like kind of tall. I love when I'm tall and I'm looking at everybody. I'm up, I'm all the way up here. I'm bending down to greet people because and I think that's where, like, my love for the dramatic, like, started really coming into play, because I think when I was younger I didn't really know that I love drama that much, but I found out that I love those very high heels that make me so high because it's like a goddess among mortals. Also, these, like, I have this, like, afro, like, obviously the afro is huge, huge afro, and I love to wear it. And with those heels, so it's like you're tall and you have the big hair, and everybody's like, I love it. I love it. And the reason I knew I loved it was one day I went to a restaurant like that with them heels and miniskirt and that big hair. And I saw people looking like, and I was like, yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yeah, yeah. So, baby, look, when you look that good, it's only natural that people stare. Okay, so I think the first thing you're gonna have to do when it comes to this beauty, this glamour, just glam, is just get used to people looking at you. Like, of course they're gonna look. Like, what else are they gonna do? You look the fuck good. And mind you, if you were them, you would look too because you look good. Like, I know I'd be looking at myself in the mirror like, damn, you know? So that's all I have to say for today. Hopefully this new year, my goal is to stay more consistent, because sometimes I just don't, but I'm challenging myself because I do love making these videos. I'm having so much fun making them that now when I don't make them for a little while, I'll be like, damn, I kind of want to, I kind of want to create, which is so crazy because I think before when I used to think of making videos, I used to think of it more from a place of, oh my God, people are going to see me. But now I'm like, girl, whether they see me or not, I want to be able to do my thing. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. Yes, so TDLR. Wait, TDLR? TLDR. My gosh. Anyways, final thoughts is don't be afraid to go all out. Don't be afraid to get it wrong at first. Like, you're learning, it's a skill. Don't be afraid to deviate from the norm in terms of color, using bolder colors, using like bigger hair, just things that are more maybe attention grabbing, because that's part of drama. Like, don't be afraid to do it. Then people are not gonna eat you. Oh well. They're not gonna eat you, so it is what it is. Yeah. That's all I have for today. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.